She turned down my proposal twice. So, I walked away. 2 years later I walked in with someone that left her completely speechless. Update 1. 2.5 years ago I was ready to marry this woman. Let's call her Madison. We'd been together for 3 years, and I thought she was it. Beautiful, ambitious, came from a good family, the kind of woman who made other guys jealous when we walked into a room. I was 26, had just closed my first major consulting contract, and felt like I was finally becoming the man I wanted to be. The first proposal was in Paris. I planned everything perfectly. Dinner at this restaurant overlooking the Sinus, then a walk to the Eiffel Tower just as it started sparkling at midnight. I got down on one knee with a ring that cost me 3 months of income. She looked at me and I'll never forget her face. It wasn't shock or joy. It was disappointment, like I just ruined her Instagram moment. "Oh my God, stop," she said, laughing nervously. "Get up, people are staring." She played it off like I was joking. Said we were too young, that she needed to focus on her career. That marriage was such a big step, but I saw the way she looked at that ring, calculating its worth, wondering if she could do better. She spent the rest of the trip on her phone, barely present. 6 months later I tried again. Thought maybe she needed something more traditional, with her family there. Her birthday dinner, both our families present, her favorite restaurant this time. She didn't even let me finish, cut me off mid-sentence with this forced laugh. "Babe, we talked about this. I'm just not ready. Why are you being so pushy?" Pushy, that word hit different. Her mother looked embarrassed. Her sister wouldn't make eye contact. Her father just shook his head slightly. That's when I knew they all knew something I didn't. Or maybe something I'd been refusing to see. The next 3 weeks were revealing. She became distant, but not in a breaking up way. More like she was keeping me on retainer while she explored her options. I found out through a friend that she'd been telling people I was sweet but maybe too eager, and that she needed to make sure she wasn't settling. Settling. After 3 years I was someone she'd be settling for. I didn't make a scene. Didn't beg. Didn't even have a formal breakup conversation. I just packed my stuff while she was at her yoga class, left her key on the counter, and blocked her on everything. Phone, social media, email, complete ghost protocol. She sent her friends as messengers. "Madison's confused why you're being so dramatic. She just needs time. You're throwing away something special." I told them all the same thing. I don't negotiate with people who see me as their backup plan. The next 2 years were mine. I channeled everything into my business. 18-hour days, no social media, no dating, just pure focus. Landed 3 major enterprise clients, hired my first employees, moved from my studio apartment to a penthouse downtown, started training MMA 4 times a week, traveled to conferences, built my network, became the man I wanted to be, not for her or anyone else, but for myself. Meanwhile, through the grapevine I heard Madison's story. A string of guys who looked good on paper but never stuck around. The investment banker who ghosted her after 2 months. The lawyer who turned out to be married. The startup founder who was more interested in her connections than her. She was 29 now, and that biological clock was getting louder. Fast forward to last weekend. Our mutual friend Brandon was getting married. Big wedding. 300 guests, the kind where everyone from our old circle would be there. I almost didn't go, but then I thought, why should I hide? I'm not the one who fumbled. Plus I had a secret weapon. 8 months ago I met someone at a venture capital conference in Miami. Scarlett. If Madison was a 9, Scarlett was an 11 who didn't even know she was being graded. Harvard MBA, partner at a VC firm at 30, competed in CrossFit Nationals and somehow